Open.
Well, I'm on green.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm on green too.
Okay.
So I can hear my voice go up and down. I can see it.
Yeah, I can see the same.
I've actually set my preferences to automatically record. So my display popped up right away.
All right. So that whole idea of that blended learning, which medium that we've tried in this course are you liking the most right now?
As far as applications go? Software?
Yeah, maybe just more as to have conversations or connect.
Okay. As in Skype and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I enjoy Skype. That way you sort of put a face to a name.
Mm-hmm.
But chatting is kind of convenient as well. I haven't actually joined too many conversations. It's never really worked, or it just doesn't seem to work for me. But when I do, there's usually a lag in some of the video compared to the audio. Sometimes what Professor Gatton is showing on screen is a little bit behind of what he's saying. So I guess you really need a really good internet feed, I suppose.
Are you working off MTS?
Yes, I am.
And are you rural too?
Yes, I'm in Winkler right now.
Oh, and I'm in Manitou.
Okay.
And mine actually is usually pretty good. What I have found is if I don't have a good feed, though, when I've tried to do it elsewhere, especially when I try and play back podcasts or maybe any of the recordings he's done, I get this where it's sort of choppy and it's always buffering.
Yeah.
And trying to catch up.
Yeah. When I'm looking at recordings and stuff as well, I find that constantly, actually. The latest recording, when they had to switch to the other platform, I can't remember what it was called. For whatever reason, I wasn't able to have access to it.
Oh, the WizIQ?
Yeah, the WizIQ.
What version of Mac are you running? I'm running Lion. There was Panther. I just downloaded Lion about 3 weeks ago. It's the latest one. And I find when I run on the WizIQ, I'm okay to follow, but if he tries to give me access to talk or anything, he just freezes my screen up with that program.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll have to try a PC and do the conversations and stuff. The big beef I have with Skype is once you set up a Skype account on one computer, it cherry picks that account. So I've tried to log off on one computer and log in on a different one. So from my Mac, move to my PC. And for whatever reason, it doesn't sign me in. It doesn't allow me to sign in. It says incorrect password or whatever the case. Have you tried logging in somewhere else?
Yeah, I run a Mac at home and I run a PC at work. Okay. And I was able to do a Skype conversation on the PC. It's one I haven't done a lot on that PC yet. But it wasn't a very reliable Skype conversation. It kept cutting in and out. I thought it was just playing with microphones, but maybe it was. It was frustrating. I'm used to working FaceTime, so Skype's kind of new for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's not a bad way to go, too. So I guess you have an iPhone then?
Well, I don't, but my kids do.
Okay.
So that makes life really easy, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or on their Macs as well. So, and what about some of the applications we've been learning? What's been working well for you?
I can definitely see a use for the Wikipedia, the wiki spaces. I really like the idea of Google Docs, actually. It's actually kind of neat to have interactive documents. So there's a good value in that. I'd like to... I'm sort of experimenting with one of my classes about that. So we'll see how it goes. It actually might work better if I just do a wiki, but it's kind of neat to see sort of real-time editing of conversations or comments or whatever the case.
So you're actually living some of that blended learning right in your class. What grade level are you working with?
I'm working with high school students.
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of it though. I think it would be better if I did have change my wiki for this. I teach art, and I'm getting my students to bring in information, or not information, but artwork that they like from artists that they like. And what they'll do is they'll critique it, and they'll get the whole class to critique it. And some of them, if they do have laptops along, they can critique it, add comments right away to some artwork that I've posted as a Google document. But I found in class critiques, there's some students that are very vocal and others are not. So this is an opportunity for the non-vocal students to participate and critique and sort of participate in some way. And I can kind of judge what they're learning by adding comments. And this way they don't have to exactly speak in class if they don't choose to.
That's really interesting, because I had just been doing some reading about that for my paper, and one of the papers had interviewed someone that at the high school level that said they got better participation in that same regard when it went online, when students had a little bit of anonymity. And I find working with teachers, it's almost the reverse. When they're very conscious of going online and putting their name to anything, or typing in anything. I had a session today, and at the end of the session, I prepped the session on a wiki. So the page for what we were doing today was on the wiki. The teachers were building robots and stuff and learning how to use it in the classroom. So at the end of the day, most of it was building, and some of the framing was on the wiki. And at the end of the day, I asked them if they would put the comment on the wiki. And there were still a few, most came up and did it. I was impressed, but there were still a few that said, no, I don't want to go online.
Okay.
They don't want that digital footprint or whatever out there.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. I read an interesting article about a high school application where most of the work it's sort of a combination of online and face-to-face. But what they do is all of the sort of lecture acquire piece is sent out as homework ahead, and the students go and just like you often do at a university course, download the information, go through it ahead, and all the FaceTime is reserved for discussion or for some sort of collaboration. It was an interesting model. If you can have the students make that switch and do that work ahead at home, but they were really pleased with it. Seems to be a lot of different models out there on how you blend, and not just online stuff, just how you blend all sorts of aspects into your classroom, technology and everything, but we're trying to find some neat models for how that works, so students make that connection.
Okay. That's pretty neat.
Have you tried any virtual tours or anything, especially with the art? Can you go out anywhere and show them stuff?
There is a few. I haven't spent a lot of time researching anyway. I haven't implemented anything actually, but I have tried one sort of internet scavenger hunt, or I've given students a list of websites I'd like them to look at, and sort of an assignment related to that. So it's sort of like a scavenger hunt, but not really, since I give them a list of things to do.
A very guided scavenger hunt. That's fine.
Yes.
That's all right. But then you can also have kids sort of wander all over the place for a long time. Depends what you want. If you want them to go look at the material, then that's quite legit. You're not really worrying about whether they can go and find it, right? You just want them to view it. So.
Right, yeah.
So what are you working your paper on?
I haven't decided. I've done a little bit of research, and I really haven't formulated any ideas yet. This month has been really busy for me, so I haven't really had a lot of time to. But I've done a little bit of research. I've researched a few articles, journal articles through Brandon University on ICT, using ICT in the workplace, things like that. So.
I'm just getting to the reading. I've downloaded stuff, but I'm just starting to really start doing that and start playing with the mapping and that. So I don't feel like I'm very far ahead on it yet. And each one I read kind of redirects me a little bit. So
yeah, that's going to be the trouble too. I'm thinking I have so much, there's so much information out there, and that's the problem. I sort of lost in information. I love reading, but if I don't give myself a focus, then I have a problem. So I guess the mind map or mind meister might be an idea to just get some ideas and sort of focus on those ideas, I suppose.
Good. Well, thank you very much. I think I'll see what I do with this. What's the next step?
Yeah, I guess trying to export this video or our recording, right?
Do we have to put this through Audacity if we've recorded, or that's more if we just want to play with it, right?
Yeah, and that's just audio, right?
Right.
I don't know if it's actually recording video, because I see myself, but I guess you didn't share your
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Let me try that. I'm afraid I'm going to cut you off.
You just hit the...
No, I hit a dial pad. Where do I do that?
You know where it says, like, hang up? Next to it has a little camera.
There, you should have told me that earlier. That would have made life a lot easier.
Well,
we managed that part.
If you didn't want to, if you're in your pajamas or something like that.
No, I'm okay with that. I just I hadn't realized that you weren't even seeing that. All right, that's part of what we're doing is we're figuring it out. Okay, yeah, so but I don't am I still recording my call? I'm looking for that. Yeah. I've lost my little thing that tells me I'm recording. Yeah,
I have too, so I'm hoping it's still recording, or maybe it stops recording after a certain time. This is a free trial, so it's going to go away in 7 days, so we want to actually do something with it.
Well, I'm going to try and find it, and once I find it, I'm going to try, is it okay if I try and post it on my wiki?
Sure. Okay. I don't think there's a lot of people looking at our wikis anyway, right?
Not these ones. Okay, I'm going to go try and play. I have no idea where that went. We'll see. Thank you very much.
Thanks for talking to you, and have yourself a good day.
You too. Okay,
bye-bye. Bye.